Hey there everybody, welcome back to this, my little pig farm here. We've got to water the pigs. We've got, I think I left off in the last video saying that there would be some harvesting over the weekend. This episode's going to be uploaded for Monday. And yeah, I thought originally, I don't know what I was thinking. Basically, which one is underestimated? What did I underestimate? I overestimated underestimated, yeah, I underestimated oh man, I'm a little tired today. I underestimated the amount of time that would pass in game. I guess I'm trying to say, or I overestimated the gross yeah, I underestimated the, no, that's not true. I didn't underestimate the amount of time that would pass in game because it's always 2x speed effectively using our time sync mod. It's, so what did I do? What am I trying to say? I guess, well, so what happened is let's just recap. Yeah, so you can see why I need to take care of the pigs, right? Because they need some little loving. We caught the water just barely in time. But where I got confused, I harvested these 2 wheat fields down here that I was harvesting for another farmer. None of the other fields are ready to harvest. The only other fields that all the other fields that I have are, I'm doing these farms over here for 36, 58, and 18, and 17 are all sunflowers. These are actually farmed by another farmer, or owned by another farmer. I'm splitting them 50-50 with him. And then 19 and 22 and these over here, 39, 40, 41, those are all corn. Well, for some reason, I just got in the mindset that, oh, okay, well, I'm harvesting wheat. I think it was Friday I uploaded that episode. That means that I'm going to be really busy over the weekend harvesting everything. Well, I couldn't do a whole lot over the weekend because there was nothing to harvest. As you can see, it's still not ready yet. So I overestimated why am I stuck on that? The amount of growth stages that passed in game is less than what I thought would occur. That's the right way of saying what I mean, there's a lot of right ways to say what I was trying to say. Basically any other way than I was actually saying it would have been right. But anyway, where did I leave? Let's switch our nice little steering wheel here. Where do we leave our water tanker? I think it's over. Oh boy, there's Lely coming back. And we don't want to run over Lely like Roy did. And let's turn in here and hook up to our water trailer that is, you know what? Let's just dump this because there is, you know what? I wonder, can we get it just by going forward here? Let's try to see if we can pull in alongside and see if that's gonna catch the trigger. And we just barely did. Barely got, and I don't think we hit the wall either. I mean, yeah, look, okay, our front attacher's through the wall. So I guess, I guess it wasn't totally perfect then, was it? But anyway, let's get out of this building. And, it's so hard to see back there. We need to back on up, and we are, let's see, I hope that we have more water in here because the guy who can drive the semi to fill it up is not present. So we need to, well, actually, you know what? I might be able to get Craig to fill it up if it gets empty. So maybe shift. Maybe we could possibly do that. So let's see if we can get a full tanker out of this. I think this is probably the third. We're probably getting pretty close to emptying this sucker out. We're look at that. We can we can start to overload without any pipes connected. It's just magic. It goes from one to the other. Just like that. Isn't that nice? That's so nice. All right, so it's got to be, anyway, as I was saying, it's I think this is like the 4th time I've filled it up. 4 times 7 is like 20. Yeah, it's getting pretty close to 28. That. It's getting pretty close to empty is what I'm trying to say. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, that doesn't matter for right now, because we are just taking the little Mog around and backing him in. So this is what? Yeah, I can't back things up without being able to move my head around. It's just your depth perception and stuff is gone. So yeah, I know. Comments. I'm gonna need track IR, etc. Someone said I can use the track hat, and I don't know. I've just never gotten around to ordering it. Some stuff I'll overspend money on, but other things it's just like, I don't know. I keep on feeling that I can live without it, and it's just not a necessary purchase. And I have a hard time buying stuff like that. That's not necessary. Even though I love to spend money, I'd rather spend my money on other things like other games than track IR. But I know it'd be a good purchase. I know I need to do it. How do we get? I must have killed it, I guess. We were in neutral. Not sure when that happened. But let's go see if where we are at on this water tanker, and then of course also where we are at in our animals. They took all 7,300 liters, and this has got to drain. I'm guessing. How much you guys gonna guess? I'm gonna guess. If I was able to do actual math in my head really quick, I'm gonna guess 200 liters. Oh. I was okay. Well, I wasn't too far off. So that's okay. I wasn't too. I didn't do too bad there. 800 liters, I guess, too. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, yeah. So I think you know, after I record this episode, I will talk to Craig. He owns a semi. I will probably pay him $500 to drive my water trailer down and fill it up, because that's not going to be something that I'm going to want. Like, for example, I think I had like 200 liters of water in the pig trough, and only 1,000 in the trailer or something like that. So that's not something you want to find out, that tanker is empty when you're in that situation. I mean, obviously I can go get the water myself with this little baby trailer, but I mean, that's not gonna be fun, you know, doing that every few days. Whoops, we did not have our foot on the brake very as far as we thought we did. So let's go look at the animal screen, and where are we at here? So they are in the green for water. I'd like to top them off because I don't want to have to. Oh wait, what? Why? Okay, I'm sorry, Lily. What we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to send this. You know what? Let's actually do that right now. We gotta send Lily home, and I had her on an interval of 10 minutes, but what? Oh, is this what I have to hit? Not. I thought it was the marker. Yeah, there we go. So let's stop and let's go home. There you go. We're gonna reset the interval to something like every 10 minutes. That's what I was using before. It works just fine, and it really limits the chance that I will run into Lely when I'm going back. Wait, why can't I move? This is the same thing that happened before. So when you send Lely home, there's an invisible spot, I guess, wherever you sent home. There's a collision point right there. I don't know if you saw me. Wait, what are you doing? Why are you going? Where are you going? I told you to go home. What are you doing? You're going AWOL. No, stop. Go home. Why were you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. What? What's wrong with you? Okay, let's try this again. So set up, and maybe we just have to go to set up, and then go home. Do it. You can do it. I know you can. No. Are you sensing that? Okay, let's move this a little bit. Maybe. Okay, that's definitely out of the way now. Something's wrong. Why are... So don't ever send Lely home. That causes problems. This is a lesson learned. Don't ever send Lely home. So what we need to do, let's see, I think instead of having to sell and buy it, we're going to hit stop, and then we're going to hit setup, and then we're going to do, well, I'm going to want cleaning interval of 10 minutes, but let's do delete last point, and we can press that a bunch until it says reset, and there we go. Cancel reset, but we don't want to cancel reset. We want you to reset, so you should go home, right? No? Why are you... Okay, maybe we do have to sell it. Okay, well, I guess for now we'll just leave you there, and we will... Let's just go and, I don't know. That's just... I don't know. Yeah, whatever, I don't know. Okay, so we are gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna... Let's just use this guy. Might as well just use this guy. We got some poop to scoop out that we could probably do right now. I've got to contact truck. He needs to dump the manure on one of the fields out there. Actually, there's no spot really. I need to get one of the edge of one of those fields harvested, and then I can contact him to dump the manure out there. We're gonna be spraying manure out there on well, no. If I owned the wheat, I could have done it on the wheat fields, but what I really should do instead of sunflowers, I need to plant canola instead of sunflowers, really. I mean, that's what I need to do. With you know, sunflowers, I think you get a just slightly better yield, but really it's just not viable for one person to try to do everything yourself. And I think sunflowers would, or canola rather, would just make my job a lot easier. And actually, we don't really have that much pig food, do we? We're gonna have to either make some more or just deliver all the crops myself. And this is why I made the pig food. I know you don't have to, but you know, during times like this when you just need to give them a bunch, and you don't want to have to make 4 separate trips down to my silo, then. So we're out of corn and we need protein. That's what we need to do. So let's, I don't know if I've shown you guys my silo yet. So perhaps we will. Oh, well, we need to go on first gear first. Perhaps we'll drive down there and I will show you. Well, I don't want to go reverse. I just. I should not play this game when I'm tired. Okay, we've got. Did I thought I paid someone for bales, but now I also had bales down, and you know what? Did Roy ever get those bales? Let's go to our, what have we got here? I don't know if Roy ever got these bales. Yeah, it looks like he did. Okay, so that is all, yeah, so it looks like he got it together. And that stack was bales from those 2 fields, and then also I bought some bales from someone else who did wheat already. Platinum Turbo, if you are familiar with his namesake, comments on a lot of my YouTube videos, and now we're playing together on this server. So if you want to play on a server with me, just comment on every single YouTube video since the beginning of time. For me, since the beginning of my time starting. No, that's just wrong. Don't do that. I'm not. That does not guarantee you a spot. I've become friends with him over the course of, well, I talked to him about that a little bit on my Twitter tweet. My Twitter tweet. I didn't realize that it's been a year since I joined or uploaded my first YouTube episode, rather. YouTube sent me that email, and I realized that after the last episode that I uploaded. And I kind of sent out a tweet joking that, last episode was in celebration of a year on YouTube, but not really, because I didn't realize that until after I uploaded the episode. Then I saw the YouTube email. But anyway, so I made a little joke about that, and it was, whoops, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I made a little statement in my Discord, that's right. I have a statement in Discord thanking everybody who has, well, just really helped me get to this point. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy telling stories on YouTube, and I enjoy having fun streaming on Twitch. It's hard to say what I have more fun with, because when I was on Twitch, I think I was having more raw fun. Like, I don't know how you quantify that, but I was having more immediate fun, I guess you could say. But I really missed this, telling stories on YouTube. And, you know, it's just, you're kind of disconnected with series on Twitch, but Twitch is awesome for what it is. And so I don't know, I think I kind of like them both equally. It's hard to say. But anyway, my point is, when I moved to Twitch, I thought that I was, well, no, that's not what I was trying to say. What was I trying to say? The only reason, this is what I was trying to say. The only reason, like, so I started out doing YouTube episodes, right? And yeah, I had a little bit of connection. Like, for example, I recognize a lot of the names from, I think I recognize almost every single person that, now I can't name all your names from the top of my head, but I think I recognize everybody's names who comments more than a couple times on a couple episodes. Like, off the top of my head, you know, we got Sticks Killer and Arkansas Bound, and, well, Platinum Turbo, I mentioned him, of course. Mod Elisher, who has his own YouTube channel, comments, I think, on every single episode as well. Like Platinum Turbo. Phil, who else we got? I don't know, I forget. I'm gonna feel bad because I probably shouldn't have started trying to name you blindly. But I do recognize your names when you comment repeatedly like that. So I had a little bit of connection to you guys from wait, what am I? We wanted to get corn. what am I doing? Anyway, I had some connection to these guys before through just those YouTube comments. And then I started streaming, and the only reason I created a Discord was just as a common place to share mods for the Stop and Box server. I don't know if you guys remember, but basically when I started streaming on YouTube, and it was just random, anybody can join on Stop and Box. I know I say this a lot, but I need to keep doing that because that was fun. And I just need to do that. But anyway, that's why I created Discord. It was just for voice chat and, you know, mod sharing for the server mods. And then it just slowly morphed into, I don't know, people just stuck around and stayed talking. And I don't know, I kind of, I guess, became friends with a lot of you that stuck around, and those of you who joined Discord and stick around to talk. And it's really like a whole new level of what's the word, personability, I guess, not personality, personable friendship. I guess you'd say, because it's just different. One second, let me do some thinking. Come on, I always gotta find the trigger. Where are we at here? Where is it? Oh, you know what? Last time I had to open. There we go. Yep. No, I didn't mean to. No. See, did you see how I said open door? Well, anyway, I had to open the door and close it last time that this happened. So let's do a little jump start there. Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? The door wouldn't have. Every time the server resets, this is a problem, I think. I need to just leave that shut so I don't do that anymore. But anyway, it's a new level. It's like getting to know people on a new level is what I was trying to say. And it's totally different from just reading your YouTube comments and responding to your comment there on YouTube. So what I was trying to say is, when I started Discord, I never really intended to make the community that I have, but now that see, there we go. See, that did not appear before. I have to just open and close those gates, and we need corn. There we go. We are getting a little low on corn. You know what? Is it still too late to sell my soybeans? Ow. Yo! Oh, man, that would have been good money. I totally forgot about selling soybeans. 25,000 liters. That could have been like, well, at least 25 grand. It could have been as much as, what, 30, 32.5? I think they get up to like 1,500, something like that, with seasons. But, oh well. We're getting a little low on corn, but, you know, and proteins also. But remember, we haven't harvested our own corn and sunflowers yet for this year. So I think we're looking pretty good for generating a large amount of pigs and selling them in the spring. We are already back up to 270. If you remember, I sold down to something like 200. 215, I think, was maybe the actual number. So, I mean, it's not that much more than I had before. But, you know, just for comparison metrics here, since we're already talking about numbers, when I was at 215 or so pigs, the reproduction rate was around 8 hours. We're already at 6 hours and 28 minutes right now. So that's a lot lower. That's nice. Let's feed our pigs. And okay. Moving on around. We need to get a running start because last time we didn't have a running start and I think I had problems. We probably should have gotten the tractor. Let's just go into 1. And come on, keep that RPM up. Yes. Keep it high. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, that was a lot better than last time. It feels like just last time I got stuck on coming up the hill. It's interesting that we didn't even, barely even slow down to first gear. Last time I was in first and I couldn't pull this out. I had to go get the tractor. I just didn't have enough weight and I don't have, interesting. It's not like I had extra weight in the back this time. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to give our pigs corn and then we're going to dump the rest of this in the mixer for corn. And we're going to get a good old cheat camera and just do a big old U-turn here. And keep it going as soon as, right about there. Cut the corner. I love trailers that have the wheels. You know, I don't really care for the steering axles, but I especially love the trailers that have the steering axles, but they lock when you go in reverse. I love that. I didn't even know you could have a trailer that steers the back axles until I started playing Farming Simulator. Another one of those things that the first time I actually saw it, I actually thought that the trailer was broken. Like the mod was, my game was corrupt, or I think I first saw it in, I can't remember what, I think FF17? Did they have that in 15? I can't remember. I first remember it in 17. So it's like, I thought that the game broke or something, or was corrupt or had an error, because that's not something I ever knew existed with trailers in real life. But then sure enough, I looked it up, and that's actually most of those, most of the, like the PDF documents and the brochures for equipment in real life over in Europe do have rear axles that steer on, or do have axles that steer on trailers. And on almost every one, I saw that you could get it in either option, where either it locks when you go in reverse and it doesn't steer, which makes backing up a lot easier in my opinion, or it will turn both ways, going forwards and in reverse. I'm sure if you've been driving a trailer your whole life and you expect it to turn when you're backing it up, it's probably not that much harder to back things up, but you know, it's just not something you expect, and it's hard to get used to when you've never done it in real life and you've never, you know, it's still not what I expect, even though I know it exists. It's like it almost surprises me every single time I back up a trailer and it turns its wheels. But anyway, I think that's pretty good for now for pigs. We're gonna probably, after this recording, I'll send Farmer Craig a message. He's the guy that has a semi up here. He runs the dairy with Lone Wolf, and they will probably, when they have time, go fill up my big water tanker. So that is what we're gonna do. He's down there. I think he was windrowing together his straw so that he could get a little bit better, make it a little bit easier to bale. But anyway, I think that just about does it for the episode. I think the next time I'll be recording, well, maybe I shouldn't say this. Yeah, it's late summer. It should be. The next time I record, this should be, I should be harvesting. I think. No promises there. I don't know. Let's just stop, and I will see you guys later, because I think let's go into spectator mode here and say good night while we are watching Farmer Craig. Oh, he's got a pickup thing, and he's picking up his straw. You know, it's interesting. That is one thing that I like to see from spectator mode. It's just interesting because for those that are not familiar, spectator mode, it actually shows you the exact same view and camera angle and it's basically what they see. You know, it's through their eyes where they are currently looking. So I always think it's interesting to see the different views that people use when they are driving. Like you probably noticed from my YouTube episodes, I really like to look at the scenery and look around. But I guess Farmer Craig really enjoys staring at his own tractor and the ground. I mean, it's interesting. I don't think I've ever used this view. It's just interesting to see the different things that, you know, the different views that people use. Anyway, everyone has their own personal taste. And I will leave you guys on that note. So, until next time, whatever next time is, I'll probably have an episode up on Wednesday at some point. And yeah, I should be harvesting then. If my underestimates, overestimates, math calculations, I guess thinking is cognizant and correct is what I'm trying to say, because I don't. Yeah, I've been a little tired. I just got off a 7 straight days of working day shift for 12 hours each, and it's, you know, when you include the commute time, and it's basically getting home and drinking some sleepy time tea and going to bed after walking the dogs, and I'm just a little bit tired. I also found out that I have allergies, so, you know, I used to always think I get lots of headaches, and I still do. I still get some bad migraines every now and then, but because I've never had allergies in my entire life, I just assumed that the headaches I was getting were migraine, just random headache related. But Tylenol doesn't help, ibuprofen doesn't help, Excedrin migraine doesn't help, which is what I normally take to kill migraines. I was like, why is nothing working? Well, it turns out that when I actually concentrated and thought about where my head is hurting, you know, my headaches, my migraines are always on the front of my forehead. They're never anywhere else in my head. It's always the front of my forehead. And so all I feel is just pain, and, you know, because that's where they always are, I never really think about it, and I just associate all pain in the head with migraines. But when I actually stopped and thought about it, it's actually right around the nose area, the sinuses, and so I don't actually have a migraine. It's just allergies, and I think that's what's been making me so tired recently. But anyway, you know what? We're gonna blame that as the reason for why my math, or whatever you want to call it, was wrong. And I said I was gonna be harvesting and streaming over the weekend, but I wasn't, because of, let's blame Austin allergies, which actually is pretty horrible. If you look up the worst cities in the U.S. for allergies, it's pretty high up there on the list. But anyway, enough about that. And there we go. See, this is what I would be doing most of the episode, looking around like that. Oh, now I'm getting dizzy. I like to look at the scenery when I am out there in the field. Oh, he's taking the shortcut through the woods. Oh, this is dangerous, Craig. Oh boy. Oh, he's gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. He's gonna get stuck. Oh, please get stuck. Please get stuck. Oh, please back up your trailer and get stuck. Oh, come on. You know you guys want to see someone jackknife a trailer in the woods and get stuck. No? Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh, he's... Oh, he's taking it up. Now I kind of almost actually feel bad that I didn't actually want him to get stuck. I just said that. Now now I feel really bad that he got stuck. Oh man, and with MR, I could see the slope causing his tractor to pull to the left, especially the trailer. I bet you his trailer's hitting on the tree there to the left. Yeah, MR is not friendly with this. This will be great. We got this recorded real good. Farmer Craig. This is what happens when you try to take a shortcut through J Bell's Forest. This is actually J Bell's Forest technically, even though I don't have the green line drawn all the way out here. Anyway, I will see you guys later. I hope you all have a wonderful night, wonderful evening, and we will leave on that note. So until next time, this is a great way to end it too. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks again for tuning in. And like I said, I don't think there'll be a Twitch stream on this. Yeah, because I'm not going to be harvesting anything. So the next thing you'll probably see if you're following along through YouTube will be another YouTube episode, probably on Wednesday. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Thanks again. Bye-bye.